$1 Million Man Ted DiBiase here, taking time out of my busy schedule to host The Undertaker, He Buries Him Alive. You know, I'll give credit where credit is due. The Undertaker is truly one of the greatest superstars ever in the World Wrestling Federation. I mean, I should know. I'm the one who originally brought him to the WWF in the first place. Well, we put together a collection of some of the Dark One's greatest matches ever, including our first match, The Undertaker taking on my man, The Undertaker. I know it's confusing. I'm still confused. Well, anyway, let's take a look.
Oh! There's Paul, but where's The Undertaker?
Oh, no! He's got nothing, McMahon!
Wait a minute. What's he looking at over here?
Oh, wait a minute.
Paul Bears bringing the double wide, double deep casket. And you know what's inside that casket.
No, I don't know.
The Undertaker's in there.
The Undertaker's in the ring. Man, wonder who his embalmer is.
Inside that casket, ladies and gentlemen, The Undertaker. And I believe it's the same Undertaker that we last saw at the WWF Royal Rumble that will emerge from that casket, that will step into the ring and face The Undertaker.
Now, isn't that some statement to make? You believe that's The Undertaker that will step in the ring and face The Undertaker? The Undertaker's
How would you
in the
phrase
ring.
it?
The Undertaker's in the ring so far. We've still seen nothing. Absolutely nothing from Paul Bearer.
Now, I'll watch this.
Tell you one thing. The Undertaker steps out of there, I'm leaving.
And here he comes. Paul Bearer reaching in.
Is that The Undertaker, McMahon? Where's The Undertaker, McMahon?
I fully expected The Undertaker to...
Oh my
Come
gosh,
back.
McMahon, he doesn't have an Undertaker. I guess he expects that urn to fight The Undertaker.
Well, for sure he's not going to come out of the urn. But what is going on here?
They're leading the casket away.
Wait a minute.
What is...
There's a light coming from the urn. The spirit of The Undertaker. And wait a minute. Listen to this.
cold? It's freezing in here, McMahon. What is going on?
Paul Bearer commanding the spirit of The Undertaker. And oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
He's moving now. Jerry the King Lawler. Now that's The Undertaker.
I've said it before, McMahon, but I really didn't believe it, but there are two Undertakers.
And Paul Bearer with the urn. The embodiment of the spirit of The Undertaker. The Undertaker has returned. The Undertaker is here at SummerSlam.
Undertakers. Listen to all these idiots, they're going nuts.
Listen to this. Oh, look at that. Wow. And look at the look on Ted DiBiase's face. He cannot believe what he is seeing.
I cannot believe that sight right there, McMahon.
Yeah, it's like looking in a mirror.
Which one is that? They're identical.
No, they're not identical. I think there is only one true Undertaker. And we're about to find out which one there is. This is the moment, ladies and gentlemen, we have all been waiting for. The mystery will be solved.
There's no mystery now. There are two Undertakers. That's the ugly one there.
And now, here we go.
That is like looking in a mirror.
And look out! Yes! Paul Bear's Undertaker going to work on Ted DiBiase's. But no one really, look at this. No one really knows what to expect. And a reversal. Look at this. This block by the Undertaker. Oh my! Tremendous boot. And a chop into the outside. And Ted DiBiase now up on the apron and backing right back off. As Paul Bear's Undertaker, the Undertaker, I believe, approaches. Wait a minute.
Oh yeah. Get that whatever that Paul Bearer is. Get him. And get
He's
that
going
urn.
after the urn.
Look out!
This is the most eerie sight. Oh, I think we've ever seen in the WWF. Look at this. The Undertaker. Oh, yeah. The suplex.
The Undertaker with a suplex on the Undertaker.
Wait a minute. He just set up. And look at that. Over the top to the outside. And Paul Bear's Undertaker out on the outside and to the canvas, the apron. And unbelievable chop. And I think thus far we have been able to determine that Paul Bear's Undertaker, I believe, is the one who has returned, appears to be the more powerful of the two. And wait a minute.
Oh, yeah! That put a smile on DiBiase's face. That's his Undertaker. That's the real Undertaker right there.
This is very, very strange.
Come on, Undertaker.
Very, very strange.
Oh, wait a minute. Look at this. Oh,
And
yes,
going to the
McMahon.
top. And wait a minute, no. Oh, Buries, Undertaker. Was he by the throat? And yeah. That will certainly take its toll. And
Look at him.
the sit-up.
The Undertaker sits right up. Rises up, if you will.
And now, the Undertaker. Look at this. Going to the top.
Wait a minute. Only one Undertaker walks the ropes like that.
And down across the back.
You got to admit, McMahon, both these Undertakers seem to have the power.
Indeed they do. And, oh no, look at that. Both Undertakers having a go here. This capacity crowd in awe. They don't know what quite to think. They're seeing two Undertakers.
I don't quite know what to... Whoa! Well, we know that only one Undertaker's going to walk out of here.
Yes, indeed.
Doesn't look like it's going to be him, does it?
Not at the moment. And no! Missing with the elbow. And a clothesline. The Undertaker with a chop.
On the Undertaker.
And a headbutt. All Bears Undertaker. And no, they're missing with the clothesline there to the outside. You can hear the virtual silence of this capacity crowd. They're stunned.
Oh!
And we had no idea exactly what we were going to see. It's very eerie.
Well, now it's Paul Bear's Undertaker who's stunned. Will you be willing to admit, McMahon, that whoever walks out of here is the Undertaker?
Absolutely. I'll grant you that.
All right. Then I'm putting my money on DiBiase's. Whatever it is he's got. The $1 Million Man and his men will find a way.
And the Undertaker is on the receiving end of a great deal of punishment here by the Undertaker.
That's right. Wait for that.
You figure it out. But wait a minute, look at this. Nothing really seems to be phasing Paul Bear's Undertaker in there. I see a bit of frustration here on the part of Ted DiBiase's Undertaker. Off the rope, missing with a clothesline. Uh-oh.
There it is.
And, oh!
Wow, we saw it.
That could do it right there. He's not going for the cover.
Good night, Paul Bearer and your Undertaker.
And nothing is happening. Uh-oh. That was a sit-up and a scoop here. Uh-oh, look out, here we go.
This is it.
Here comes the tombstone. Yes! No one will get up after that.
No one does that but the Undertaker.
Ted DiBiase, hold the hands. He's selling to his Undertaker now.
That's it.
Whoa!
How did he rise from that?
Here comes yet another one. No! DiBiase can't believe. And wait a minute, look at this. The Undertaker, who just gave the Undertaker the tombstone, is going to give him another one.
Look at DiBiase, can't believe it. Ted, if I were you. Oh!
And another one.
Wave some money. Paul Bear's got that urn. Get that money out. Wave it.
And this Undertaker is not sitting up at all.
What is he saying? One more tombstone?
And look out, here comes another one. Oh, yes. And now. Yes. Now then, the winner, wait a minute. Good look to Ted DiBiase.
Get out of there, Ted.
And Ted DiBiase is running for cover. The Grim Reapers have returned to ringside. And look, the Undertaker has just dumped Ted DiBiase's Undertaker into the casket.
3 tombstones. He's finished.
And now for sure, there's only one Undertaker in all the WWF. Well, he's going to be doing some shopping here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because he's pitting Kwang against The Undertaker. Kwang, an accomplished wrestler to say the least. He can get it on with anyone here in the WWF, and Kwang, don't forget, has that mysterious green spew that has put many an end to an opponent.
Exactly. That's why I'm on the edge of my seat, ready to hightail it out of here.
And The Undertaker drawn to the urn as Paul Bear himself steps to the ropes down to the outside.
Did you check out that urn at SummerSlam?
Oh, wow.
Did that shed some light?
It's, yes, indeed. The Undertaker facing Kwang, the martial art expert here on, take a look if you would,
There's a profile.
on Monday Night Raw. And Kwang can't believe this capacity crowd. Here comes Kwang now. A boot to the midsection. The Undertaker now. Oh, with a shot up underneath the throat.
We're off to the races. Let the games begin.
Yes, indeed, and Kwang to the buckle. The Undertaker wants to start off the WWF Heart Attack Tour in fashion, and he's starting with Kwang.
He's going to be his first victim. Is that right? Is that what you're predicting?
Anything can happen in the WWF. And Kwang pulled out now and up against the ropes. The Undertaker shoves him to the far side. Back body drop. No! Kwang with a chop. Look at that. It has no effect on the Undertaker. Kwang right back and into the clutches of the Undertaker. Kwang on his feet. Kwang scooped up now. And where's he gone? Oh, what a power slam down to the canvas.
I don't know if it's my imagination or what, but I think The Undertaker is bigger and more powerful than I've ever seen him.
Good point as The Undertaker. No, messing with the elbow. Now let's see what Kwang can do. Kwang an opportunist for sure. And when Kwang delivers those kicks, oh, there's one right there to the outside, The Undertaker. But wait a minute. The Undertaker landing on his feet. And The Undertaker coming right back into the ring for more. Kwang greets him. Headbutt. And a, wait a minute. You see
there it is.
Before. That nastiness spewing from the mouth of Kwang. Undertaker bent over across the top rope. Oh, nice maneuver by The Undertaker. Cleverly done.
Only The Undertaker will have that in his arsenal.
And Kwang trying to shake things off as The Undertaker slides back in under the bottom rope. And The Undertaker now moving in. A shot again to the throat area. More than any other WWF superstar, There's an aura about this Undertaker that no other WWF superstar in history has ever experienced. Here we go. Undertaker going up to the top.
To new heights.
Undertaker now, ladies and gentlemen, walking the rope. Unbelievable balance. And what's going to happen from here? Kwang can only think about it and now experience it.
Think about the athletic ability and balance it takes to walk that rope. And there's only one man that can do it, and you're looking at him right now. It's the Undertaker.
And also, think about, ladies and gentlemen, our two super sleuths at SummerSlam who solved the mystery of The Undertaker, referencing, of course, Leslie Nielsen and George Kennedy. And after SummerSlam was over, they both agreed the case was closed.
Yeah, congratulations to Leslie Nielsen and George Kennedy, but I got a chance to meet these guys personally, and I'm going to tell you something. They don't come any bigger in Hollywood. And when you talk about trophy for human beings, they get first and first place also.
First and first place.
There's a tie for first place.
Oh, look at that! The Undertaker missing! The Undertaker's in some trouble! Paul Bearer holding up the urn, trying to instill a bit of momentum into the Undertaker. The Undertaker has been pummeled by Kwang all the way through the break. And Harvey Wippleman likes what he sees at the moment. Kwang with the upper hand. Kwang with a headbutt. Kwang now doing whatever he can. Comes a shot to the throat.
Tell you what, I got a little bit of a bad feeling about Kwang versus the Undertaker. Undertaker better pour it on right now.
Kwang in the midsection. Undertaker with another shotting. Kwang backing up.
Here he comes.
Undertaker now with Kwang backs into the corner and for the ride. And look out. Here comes the other. No. What a maneuver by Kwang. Undertaker rocks. And Kwang gives him a clothesline all the way over the top rope, but he's standing up. The Undertaker is standing up. Kwang thinks he's clothesline a mere mortal.
Look at the look. There it is.
It's kind of tough to see the look on Kwang with that mask on, but if we could, it would be the same look that we have seen on Yokozuna's face. Oh! The green mist that spew right into the face of the Undertaker. And that should...
What's Undertaker gonna do? Well, look at it.
The Undertaker just spit it right back into Kwang's face, and Kwang is feeling the effect. And look at this, the Undertaker with Kwang in hand and down to the canvas. The Undertaker with the cover, the count, and the victory. And I would suspect that Kwang is going to be resting in peace after this matchup.
Sorry, Kwang, your martial arts expertise won't help you against the deadly Tombstone. This next match can be considered one of The Undertaker's biggest achievements ever. Big, in that he squared off against 500-pound-plus Yokozuna in a casket match to finally close the lid on their big feud. Wait till you see this.
There's only one like this human being. Yes,
If in fact he is. You smell the odor of formaldehyde? I do.
is that what that smell is?
Formaldehyde.
I thought Cheesy was still around ringside.
Huh, I don't think so.
The Undertaker against Yokozuna, and is that, I don't know what kind of look.
That confident look is not there, Vince.
No, that wasn't confidence we saw,
Absolutely not.
but I don't think it was fear. As the Undertaker looks down at the urn.
The new, bigger, better one.
Look at the girth of Yokozuna. We made reference earlier on to Bundy and the Bam Bam. This man over the 600-pound mark, and someone's going to be stuffed right in there.
And the lid slams shut. And someone's...
Oh! The Undertaker! Look at that! The Undertaker! Psychologically gaining an advantage already as the Undertaker moves in on Yokozuna. And Yokozuna tries to get outside and can't do it. Oh, and a chop by the Undertaker. And a kick to the midsection. The Undertaker with Yokozuna. Look at this. No, reversal to the buckle. Coming out, here comes Yoko. Ooh. And, oh, my goodness.
Boy. Undertaker's waited a long time for this.
Undertaker with a series of chops under the throat. Yokozuna now.
No, he sees the casket. He put on brakes. Yokozuna and Yokozuna. It's on the casket. He's on the casket. I don't know if he realized. And he's right behind him is Chuck Norris.
He finally did realize it. Boy, is he paranoid.
And who wouldn't be? I mean, the thoughts of being stuffed inside a casket, as we look at that rather eccentric looking, I guess would be kind to make reference to Paul Bearer. The Undertaker reaching in now. Yokozuna pulls the Undertaker to the outside of block. Another chop and opening in the throat. And down.
Right into the steel steps. He's not sure where he is right now.
The Undertaker stalking Yokozuna. The mammoth 600-pounder making.
Oh, man.
Yokozuna making his way. Wait a minute now, back into the ring. And yes, you can bet Cornette will get out of the Undertaker's way.
Cornette just trying to help him find his way back inside.
And a boot to the midsection. The Undertaker thus far, obviously with tremendous momentum here. And the Undertaker goes out.
Look at the agility of this 300-pounder.
Look at the balance. The Undertaker down across the shoulder. And Yokozuna's still on his feet.
Didn't go down. The big tree rocked, but it didn't go down.
And
Oh, he caught the Undertaker in midair.
Yokozuna reversing fear. Listen to this capacity crowd and Yokozuna with a clothesline. And when you have a 600-pounder charging you, something's got to give.
Oh, no.
But it won't be the Undertaker, I don't think. A headbutt. And a series of them now. And down to the canvas again, the Undertaker.
Yoko's setting them up now, measuring them.
Wait. Here he goes. Here he goes. And here we go. And it's the Undertaker. No. Oh, by the Undertaker. A closed fist. The Undertaker now. Back to his feet. The Undertaker with Yokozuna. And Yokozuna with a headbutt. Wide open, the Undertaker. No! What a maneuver there. And look, he's trying to grab the rope.
He's about 10 feet away from the ropes.
He didn't know where he was. What a maneuver by the Undertaker.
Cornette screaming at Yoko to get to his feet, but he might be out.
The Undertaker. And Yokozuna, no falls here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, the match ends when one individual, no. What do you have to do to the Undertaker to keep him down?
Put him in the casket and nail it shut, I guess.
Look at this, Yokozuna! Oh, that's one way to do it. That's one way to do it.
Tremendous impact on that move. Worried look on the kisser of Paul Bearer.
And the Undertaker, he won't get up after that one.
Wow.
Yokozuna taking it to the Undertaker. Yokozuna must drag the Undertaker over to the casket. Oh, wait a minute, he's not finished with him. That's exactly what he's going to do. Yokozuna dragging the Undertaker over to the casket. No, he stopped. And you see.
Looked like he was looking for help, Vince.
No, he wasn't looking for that. Here goes the Undertaker, the lid is up. The Undertaker, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be in the casket if the lid is closed. And Yokozuna will win the match. And he sinks into the casket. No, Yokozuna trying to close it. The Undertaker won't let him. Yokozuna trying to press his weight down and look at that. Oh, and another one. And another one. And another one. Oh, wait a minute, they're both inside the box.
They're both in the box.
And again, it's like, look at this, Yokozuna hammering away on the Undertaker. These two going at it. Undertaker right back in control. A series of chops. Another one.
Undertaker chopping away.
Oh, look at that.
Fuji grabbing the hair. And, Fuji's gonna get it. The Undertaker stepping out of the casket, making his way toward Mr. Fuji. And Mr. Fuji in the clutches of the Undertaker. The Undertaker lets go. Oh, Cornette gets it.
Oh, he got hammered.
Cornette can rest in peace after that. Look at the eyes. Cornette chopped by the Undertaker. And a scoop by Yokozuna, slam by Yokozuna. Now bear in mind, Yokozuna doesn't have to polish off the Undertaker. That's not what he has to do. All he has to do is get the Undertaker in the casket and slam the lid shut.
Yoko in control right now. Get on the way, get on the way.
Yes.
Concerned look on the kisser of Paul Bear. And rightfully so. Undertaker getting really hammered right now.
So far, Yokozuna doing an excellent job of keeping the Undertaker on the outside. Yoko with the momentum now, and for that he was going to have more. And Chuck Norris keeping an eye out on anyone who just might come down the ringside. Here comes King Kong Bundy. Chuck Norris is going to be tested. Look at the look on the face of Chuck Norris. He's getting ready. Look, he's planting his feet. He's planting his feet. He's getting ready. Bundy stopped. Is Bundy going to challenge Chuck Norris? He wants to. Chuck Norris is ready. Hey, wait a minute. I think someone else is. That's Bam Bam Bigelow. Oh, boy. We wondered whether or not Chuck Norris was going to be challenged. We know now he is. Norris ready to unload. And the Undertaker is in control, but Chuck Norris ready to unload to make sure that these two don't interfere in the outcome of the matchup. Yokozuna is getting closer to being placed in the casket.
Inch by inch.
Hey, wait a minute. There's IRS. There's IRS. Erwin R. Shyster came up from behind.
Obviously a big plot here by the $1 Million Man. Erwin coming in from the blind side. Chuck Norris preoccupied.
Wait a minute. Oh, no. IRS has a sleeper on the plate on the Undertaker. Chuck Norris is occupied on the outside with Bam Bam and with Bundy. The two referees are trying to keep Bam Bam and Bundy at bay. Oh, no.
Undertaker's in the casket.
Don't tell me this match is going to end this way. We've seen the last of the Undertaker. All the officials have to do is close the lid.
All they gotta do now is slam the lid shut.
The IRS is going up into the crowd. And there is the Undertaker in the casket.
Eyes shut, motionless.
The Undertaker was put to sleep by IRS. IRS wanting the Undertaker to rest in peace. Yokozuna, by his own hand, has to close that casket door.
Obviously, DiBiase and Erwin have been planning this for weeks.
All Yokozuna has to do is reach up and close the lid on the casket.
Fuji screaming to him.
Yokozuna is close. The Undertaker is still asleep. Yoko reaching for the casket lid.
Doesn't look good here.
And yes, he has it. He's reaching for it. And
there it is.
Wait a minute.
Oh! The unearthly one has arisen.
Wait a minute. Double J is on his way. Double J is on his way down. He's with past. tried Chuck Norris. And the Undertaker has Yokozuna.
This place has gone bananas! Yokozuna on his feet!
Off the rope, the Undertaker underneath it. There's another clothesline. The Undertaker, oh my goodness, DDT on Yokozuna.
And he's still getting up, I don't believe it.
The Undertaker now in a boot. Oh, wait a minute. Yokozuna casket. Yokozuna casket. Oh, look at this. Into the casket as well. In. Oh, my
Oh,
goodness.
he got him! It's all over!
And Chuck Norris, ladies and gentlemen, did his job. And so did The Undertaker. But indeed, he could very well lose this one. I mean, anything can happen in the WWF. We certainly know that. Who would have ever thought that we would have seen a king and a queasy and a sleazy and a cheesy? Anything can happen.
Don't start talking about my team. Let's still talk about The Undertaker. You know, it would be very appropriate for Yokozuna to start Thanksgiving early and stuff The Undertaker in that casket just like he's stuffing a turkey.
And then again, what if Yokozuna is the man who's stuffed inside the casket? I mean, certainly he's not going to be up for Thanksgiving dinner.
He can't take it, man. He goes nuts when he even hears the word casket. There's no way that he can stand being put inside a casket.
What about you, Jerry Lawler? What about? Let's listen in. Uh-oh, the Undertaker's coming out. If Neidhart won't come in, the Undertaker's going to come out. Look at this Pope, the Anvil, and Owen, the King of Hearts, backing up. Look at the size of the Undertaker. What a monster. And in now, and Jimmy.
You know what he now? Yeah, there you go. They were just using a little strategy there, McMahon.
And Anvil hammering away the big powerful Anvil, setting up the Undertaker. Sends it for the ride, no reversal. Coming up underneath the roundhouse. Jim the Anvil Neidhart takes a boot to the head and down to the canvas. And you get the impression that the Anvil is a little tentative here, as I suggest anyone might be.
Well, how would you like to have that big, massive gloved hand wrapped around your throat, McMahon?
No thanks. How would you like to take a ride in the casket?
Oh, no thanks. And I don't think Yokozuna wants. He just, you know, he's got to be worried, McMahon. But still, by the same token, I think that Yokozuna. Where's he going?
He's going up. That's where he's going. The Undertaker, ladies and gentlemen, high above. Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and down across the shoulder. Breaking him down once again.
I just think that Yokozuna, with the fear that he has of the casket, with the fear that he has of being locked in the dark, that he is going to somehow muster whatever it takes, McMahon, to beat the Undertaker at his own game.
And a clothesline. Down goes the Anvil once again. And you could very well be right. He's only human. Oh, wait a minute, missing with the clothesline. And the Undertaker. You just can't stop him, no matter what you do to this man. I mean, you'd have to stuff him inside the casket. That's the only way you're going to stop him. He was stopped once before.
Wait a minute, that clothesline may have stopped.
Oh, my gosh. Look at the look on that kisser, would you? Ooh. Jim the Anvil Neidhart. I would suggest is likely to be frustrated right now because, indeed, what do you have to do to keep the Undertaker down? But then again, the Anvil is away, 568 pounds.
He's got him up.
Strong, he's powerful. What a tremendous power slam.
That may have done it right there.
Now, the Anvil turning the tide, and I can't believe the officials counting. The shoulders are down for a count of two, but look at the blatant chokehold. Wake up, ref. Now he sees it. And what's this? Where's everyone? Paul Bearer, what's he doing?
Where is Paul Bearer?
He's leaving the area for some reason. Why would Paul Bearer leave the side of The Undertaker? The Undertaker, ladies and gentlemen, is right now being pummeled by Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Look at this.
He may see the beat the Undertaker's taking in here. He's chickening out.
I knew he could do it. He's only human, and the Anvil is gonna beat him. Undertaker, rest in peace.
Oh, I guess maybe the King of Hearts ran old creepy face off.
I'm not so sure of that. Nonetheless, wishful thinking on the part of the King of Hearts Owen.
Wow,
Jim
look
the
at
Anvil Neidhart, you said he was a powerhouse. Indeed he is. And the Anvil is taking him to the Undertaker.
Just imagine.
And still no Paul Bearer. Where did he go? Uh-oh, wait a minute. Things not looking too good. The Undertaker gonna go for a ride. Yes! Suplex, nicely done. A cover. 1, 2, and... No, and a kick out. And a setup.
Oh. Well, I started to say, just imagine if the Anvil can do this to him. Imagine what Yokozuna will do, but Undertaker's not finished yet.
What's this? Wait a minute. Here comes Paul Bearer back.
Hold
The
it.
Anvil is awesome.
Look out. Turn around. Look at this.
Owen didn't even see it. There it is.
Paul Bearer has returned, and he has returned with...
Oh, that's that same casket that's going to be in the Survivor Series this Wednesday. The very same one. Paul Bearer
Brought it down. Right in the elbow. Look at this. Jim the Anvil Neidhart pouring it on. The Anvil with an opportunity to defeat the Undertaker.
Well, what is the deal here? Does Paul Bearer think that the Undertaker's finished? Did he bring the casket down to put the Undertaker in it?
The Anvil against the Undertaker. It's not a casket match. Get
Owen
that
Hart
thing out of
upset.
here.
Visibly upset. Wait a minute.
And the Undertaker steps up yet again. The Anvil, Neidhart, what can he do to keep the Undertaker down? Another hard right hand.
You got to admit, McMahon, that casket has no business being at ringside.
Well, I mean, why not get a good look at it?
Who wants to see it?
I'd like to take a real good look at it.
But maybe from the distance, look at this. And the roundhouse right block.
Blocked and a chop up underneath, he got thrown another one.
The Undertaker now with momentum, setting up Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Coming off the ropes, missing from the other side now. And
Oh, yes, a tremendous flying tackle.
I'd get out of there if I were you, Anvil.
and a boot to the head. It looks like it's crawling all over his skin. Jim the Anvil Neidhart has recognized what happened to him. And he doesn't care that he was counted out. He just wants to get away from that casket.
You're not kidding. You're not the only one.
The winner of this bout, as a result of a countdown, The Undertaker!
Welcome everybody to Coliseum Video. This match again exclusive. You'll see it only here on Coliseum Video. Match just underway now. The Undertaker, the man from the dark side, taking on Jerry the King Lawler. And there you saw at ringside, of course, Paul Bearer holding that sacred urn. Look at this in the corner, Gorilla.
Wow. Don't waste any time when you're in there with the Undertaker. Don't turn your back. Don't get distracted or you'll be planted.
Undertaker, that huge mitt just enveloped the entire face of Lawler. Now Lawler taking a hike, walking right past that casket. This, of course, is a casket match. In order to be victorious, you must stuff your opponent in the double deep, double wide casket. Now, oh my goodness!
Boy, there's the bigger, better urn with that strange light emanating from it and right in the eyes of Lawler.
I don't know how many watts that was, but that was powerful, almost sun lamp-like. Jerry Lawler with a nice suntan on his face now, and he's still squinting.
Well, he caught one right in the mush there. Now what's he doing?
Uh-oh, look at this. Jerry Lawler going down inside the tights. It appears, I can't see from my vantage point, but it appears, Gorilla, he's pulled something from his tights. The fans at ringside are pointing. I guess Jerry Lawler realizing he is just outmanned here in this matchup, and he's going to try anything he can to be victorious here in this casket match. He does not want to be stuffed in that casket.
Let me ask you this then, as referees outside the ring, why didn't they see something?
Well, I don't know. He was very secretive. He turned his back to the ring, but he's got to have something. Oh, he just nailed the Undertaker.
With whatever it was.
And it had some effect to it again. A right-hand blast. The Undertaker staggered. You won't see this very often. Undertaker reeling and rocking now in this Coliseum matchup.
Well, not hard to understand why the Undertaker didn't see it. Got all that hair hanging down in front of his face like one of those big Newfoundlanders.
Jerry Lawler continued to
now he's
blast
got it
away.
clear.
Uh-oh. Perhaps a wake-up call for the Undertaker, towering over Jerry Lawler. And now right around the throat area, that big mitt, that purple gloved hand, and Lawler's going nowhere but to La La Land if this hold is not released soon.
And a referee nowhere in sight. I guess there is no disqualification here. No countouts. The only way you can win, stuff your opponent in the casket, slam the lid shut.
And speaking of nowhere, there's nowhere to run except outside for Jerry the King Lawler. He saw the casket lid slowly, methodically being raised by the referee outside. And Lawler on his bicycle.
There's where the power emanates from.
Look at the face of Paul Bear in that urn. This grossly distorted, even fatter than it already is.
I wonder how much it would charge to haunt a small house, about 6 rooms.
Lawler now warily climbing back up on the ring apron. You know, I don't think Jerry Lawler wants to be part of the Undertaker.
I don't understand why he signed for the match in the first place.
Look here, Gorilla Monsoon again going in the tights.
Well, we're going to find out because somebody there just got a good shot of it with a camera. If that's an instant camera, we'll get a picture of that.
I'm going to pull out my Polaroid here in a minute and snap one. Lawler obviously has something in his right hand. He's holding it behind his back. Oh, he nailed Undertaker. Caught Undertaker coming in right in the jaw. Again, a right cross. And again, going to the well 3 times with whatever it is inside that right hand. And the Undertaker's on the verge of going down, Gorilla Monsoon.
Well, if that's what it takes to beat the Undertaker, you're in bad shape. He didn't even knock him down, and he hit him with whatever it was, a roll of quarters.
Whoa, the second rope with momentum. Undertaker still refusing to drop.
Still managed to hold his equilibrium.
And again from the second rope, and Undertaker's down. Undertaker has gone down in this matchup, and Lawler just put back whatever it was.
And he asked for the casket to be open.
Casket lid is raised now. Rest in peace etched on top of it. Will the Undertaker be put in that casket? I don't think so. Lawler does not have the strength to push him in it. Has a handful of hair for added leverage.
Undertaker's got a hold of that second rope. Elbow finds the mark. Well, either one of them could go in now.
Look at this. Undertaker halfway in now. Lawler trying to kick him the rest of the way in. Will he get him inside that casket? Paul Bear with a worried look on his face.
Saying, please don't slam the lid shut. Not on my meal ticket.
He's in there, Gorilla. Has to be all the way in for the lid to be shut. And then, if that's the case, Jerry Lawler would have defeated the Undertaker at his own match. Almost closed now.
Wait a minute.
Look at this. Undertaker reached up. Desperation move now. Caught Lawler right in the face. And here he comes out of the casket, looming up larger than life, stepping over the top rope, and he's back in this one, Gorilla.
What an awesome figure. What an unbelievable individual. The unearthly one. There is no stopping him.
Lawler begging for mercy down the turnbuckle area. Undertaker will show no mercy. Jerry Lawler slammed hard in that top turnbuckle.
He's going into his tights right now.
He's trying to get whatever it is again. He's got it in his right hand. Watch this. Undertaker blocked it.
We're going to find out what it is right now.
He caught Lawler's hand in midair. Drives a big boot to the midsection, the ample midsection of Jerry the King Lawler.
Boy, he didn't miss too many meals.
Certainly didn't. Burger King all the way for Jerry Lawler. Knife edge thrust puts Lawler on his back on the canvas.
I thought for sure the Undertaker would have gone for whatever that was, but...
Body slam coming up and down hard.
Wow. I think Lawler is ready for the box.
I certainly do. Look at this elbow drop. Nobody home. At the last moment, Jerry the King Lawler moved out of the way. Once again, a close-up shot of Paul Bear.
Wow, this match can't go too much longer because Paul Bear can't go very long without some kind of sustenance.
A face only a mother could love. Another thrust to the throat of Jerry Lawler. Lawler on his knees now at the mercy. Oh, did you see that? South of the border. No question about that, Gorilla.
That's a well, there is no disqualification. Ordinarily, it would be a disqualification, but in a casket match, there is none.
There are no rules. Lawler firing away now, blasting the Undertaker, those big windmill-like rights. Again, Undertaker staggered. Lawler with 2 fistfuls of hair, trying desperately to get the Undertaker in that casket. Trying
it's
to lift.
open once again. Look at those 2 beauties controlling the lid. I'd like to buy a used car from them.
Not a chance. Lawler having a hard time lifting the over 300 pounds of the Undertaker. He's taking all his strength to try to get him over that top rope. He's not going to be able to do it.
Ooh. Oh, Lawler got hammered right there, right in the jaw.
What about those tights Lawler wears, Gorilla Monsoon? Look at this, Gorilla!
Oh, here it comes!
We'll answer that question later because this
Tombstone
match
City.
could be over right here. Look at it! Oh, the impact. Tremendous!
He's planted.
Lawler's legs reverberating from the tremendous impact of that tombstone pile driver.
Once again, Heckle and Jekyll opening the lid. And Lawler is ready for the box.
Yes, he is. He is out. Just a matter of time now. One more little push, a little shove, and Lawler will be in that casket. Will the lid close on Jerry the King Lawler on this Coliseum video exclusive? Lawler with his foot wrapped on the bottom rope. And he's in it.
Oh,
he's in it. And the lid shut.
Good night.
This one is history.
Case
The
closed.
Undertaker closed the case and closed the casket lid on the King Jerry Lawler, and now Lawler being rolled out. Can you imagine the feeling of Jerry the King Lawler as he's being rolled out in the casket?
Well, it would only be fitting now if they set the thing on fire and send him off to the promised land.
Whoa! The lights are dimmed. Look at this.
Keep your eye on your wallet.
The eerie feeling, the Undertaker, so powerful, so mysterious. And Paul Bearer, with that sacred urn being held aloft here, the Undertaker victorious over Jerry the King Lawler.
Jerry Lawler, close, but no cigar. Whew. Even the thought of getting wheeled off in a dark casket, not to mention how it would wrinkle my suit. I hope you enjoyed this Coliseum video presentation of The Undertaker, He Buries Them Alive. I know you were honored to have me as your host. This is the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, saying, I'll see you at the bank.